Yeah, welcome to yet another episode of Mr. Vamos Dissects. Well, in this episode, we'll be talking about the UEFA Europa League. Well, of course, the draws were also made, and then we have 8 teams remaining in the competition. We have the likes of Benfica, Marseille, AC Milan, Roma, Liverpool, Atlanta, Liverpool, and West Ham. Sorry, Leverkusen and West Ham. Well, it's not hit or miss that these teams managed to get into the last 8, but it's actually been nice football that has been being played in Europe. Well, I'm going to give you the route map that I expect in the UEFA Europa League, and maybe this would give you some few hints or maybe some few insights inside there. Well, Benfica takes on Marseille. Well, these are two teams that are having rather contrasting seasons in either side. That's in Portugal and France. So Marseille managed to sell Gennaro Gattuso, who had actually built a chemistry with these players, and some arrogance inside there. And man, they've actually been playing good football well. They have the top scorer of the tournament in Pierre-Emerik Aubameyang. He's actually racked up 9 goals for Marseille inside the Europa League. And then, of course, the last game that they played coming into the last 8, well, was not a pretty convincing game. Well, they were actually they were playing against Villarreal, and the first leg was actually a sweep for them. Second leg was actually not really impressive. They didn't really play football that we expected them to play. Benfica, on the other hand, this is a team that has actually been playing some nice football in Portugal. They have one of the hottest prospects in Europe. That's Joao Neves. I think very many teams in Europe are looking to sign the youngster because he actually brings a lot of flair into a midfield. And well, of course, every team has been trying to put him into their midfields to see how he might make them tick. And now, if you're to check inside the history, these teams have met 3 times. In the 3 times they've met, Benfica has won once, Marseille has won once, and then there's also been a draw inside there. Well, Marseille, on the other hand, boasts of some of the most creative players in the tournament. Of course, you have a Jonathan Klaus inside there that has racked up 6 assists. You have a Harry that has racked up 6 assists. So that actually means that they've actually been having an eye for goal. And then, of course, you never forget that Ismail Assar that comes through from the right wing. He's actually been instrumental for them. But well, in Benfica, you have an Angel Di Maria. Well, this is a veteran that actually has an eye for winning trophies. And man, he's actually been the catalyst for that Benfica side. So you might not write him off in something like that. So if it were up to me in a game between Benfica and Marseille, well, after looking into this game and giving it a lot of thought, because it's a game that has been causing me headache, I'd go with Benfica on this one because I think they are representing the Portuguese league, and actually they want to bring a trophy back to Portugal. And well, the last game that Marseille played was not really convincing for me, so I think Benfica will work on those defensive frailties and punish that Marseille side. Well, when you check into the route map leads to the winner of that game versus Liverpool, the winner between Liverpool and Atlanta. Well, for a Liverpool side that has been hampered with a lot of injuries and has still been able to make points, that would be a side that you'd be wary about. Atlanta, on the other hand, is actually having a good season. Well, coming into the last 8, well, Gianluca Scamacca managed to score the winning goal that actually brought them to the tournament. For a player that played for West Ham City and then his goal scoring exploits were not actually being seen. He's actually returning the goods in Italy. Well, of course they have. They've been having a good season inside there. They have a Coop Miners that has been pulling the strings for them in the midfield there. He's actually been racking in very many goals and assists for them, and it's been very pivotal for them. But Liverpool, on the other hand, I like to think that after they were dumped out of the FA Cup, they'll most definitely be looking to focus on the Premier League and the Europa League. So I think Jurgen Klopp looks into steadying his ship in this tournament and seeing how they most so bring another trophy home, because just like Jurgen Klopp made his goodbyes with the club and he'll be leaving at the end of the season. So I expect the return of Mo Salah to be enough to be something that will be good for a resurgent Liverpool side to get into the points inside there. I can't write off Atlanta because, of course, they have Descartes Delar, who is on loan from AC Milan. He's actually been delivering the goods for them recently as well. But I don't really see how Atlanta takes this game away for me against Liverpool, because Liverpool actually has a lot of it has, I think, one of the best pieces of football inside there. Of course, Darwin Nunez, Diego Jota, who is actually injured. Then they have Curtis Jones, who is also injured. Well, they have that's a Luis Diaz inside for you that will disturb any defensive player on any day. So I'll give you guys a Liverpool win inside there. AC Milan takes on Roma. AC Milan has Roma has the second top scorer of the Europa League. Well, that is Romelu Lukaku. And then, of course, you notice under the new coach that is De Rossi. These guys have actually won 7 games and drawn 2. They've been unbeaten. But this tie doesn't come at a good time because AC Milan has actually been picking points recently. They've been banging form recently. Well, Christian Pulisic has been their catalyst for the past 3 game weeks. He's actually been racking in a good number of goals and assists. And of course, you'll never sleep on Rafael Leao. He's actually been scoring very many goals inside there for them. Well, this is going to be a battle between the hot shots in Italy. Of course, AC Milan and Roma, these are two sides that have been meeting very many a times. Of course, there's been 2 wins for AC Milan and 2 draws either way. But I think De Rossi wants to win a trophy in his first cameo, in his first shot as manager, and it will be something that will help the Roma faithfuls because, of course, his understanding with Paulo Dybala, who I talk about every week, he has actually been playing good football under De Rossi. That will be something that will be very instrumental for them. And then AC Milan, on the other hand, they're still trying to build chemistry among the players. You've seen they bought a lot of players. They bought in Arindas. They bought in a Loftus Cheek. They bought in a lot of players inside there. But I think AC Milan takes this one away for me because it's a team that is building on momentum, and this momentum is actually going to take them places. Leverkusen takes on West Ham in the last game of the preliminaries. Well, Leverkusen has been unbeaten the whole season, as we all know. And then West Ham, on the other hand, these were the winners of the Europa Conference League the last time out. Well, they were able to come up with a very convincing win the last time out as they were coming into the quarters. And I think they'll be backing on that to see how they proceed into the quarterfinals. But they don't face a nice opposition in Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen side. Well, of course, the resurgence of Patrick Shick. Patrick Shick had gotten injured some time ago, and he's actually been very instrumental in them coming to the quarterfinals. Well, he scored the 2 goals against Karabakh in that comeback win in the 90th minute that enabled them win. And of course, with the injuries to Victor Boniface and all the other strikers in front, he's actually been very instrumental since he made his return back into the team. Of course, they've had Granit Xhaka, who is pulling the strings inside the middle there. And of course, this team under the Xabi Alonso will not be a team that anyone wants to face. And now that's a West Ham side that is not having a good run of games in the Premier League. I would like to give this game to them because, of course, they're gaining momentum and everything. And then, of course, they have a Mohammad Kudus that is doing whatever he wants to do in Europe. He wants to score from anywhere. Of course, he had that amazing run that he did the last time out in the goal that he scored. But I don't see how West Ham takes this one away from me. So I'll give you guys a Leverkusen win for you. So if I'm getting for you guys the route map inside there, that will be a Benfica takes on a Liverpool, AS Roma takes on a Leverkusen. So that will be France taking on England, Italy taking on Germany. So if I'm pulling out teams from inside there, I'll most definitely give you a video to dissect these semi-final matchups. But in the semi-final matchups, I'll pull out for you a Liverpool taking on a Leverkusen for you in the Europa League final. Well, like I said, I'll most definitely give you a proper dissection on the two teams, but that will be a Liverpool Xabi Alonso final. It will be a pretty nice final to watch because Jurgen Klopp versus Xabi Alonso will be a game where the two teams will be taking themselves for pace, for skill, for pedigree, and everything. So stay tuned for the next episode on the dissection for the semi-finals and the finals for the Europa League. And then, of course, if you have any comments, anything that you'd want to pass upon, maybe you want to chip in a prediction, you'll probably hit us up in the comment section. You can hit us up on all the socials. All the socials will be displayed down there for your viewing. It's been nice talking football again because it's something that I'm very passionate about. Don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. And let's continue in this journey together. Vamos, peace and love.